And good morning. I'm your friend Scotty Ray. Welcome to Scotty Ray's Morning Weather. It is Monday, May the 4th, I believe it is. Wow. Did you have a good weekend? I hope you did. We had some great looking weather. Hope you had a chance to walk outside, do a little something. I noticed that Meridian was starting to have a little bit more movement. Had to go pick up a few supplies here, there, and yonder. And yeah, a lot more people on the streets now. Everyone's still trying to do their best to keep the social distance, but I think it's working good. But I do hope you enjoyed yourself. Maybe you got to go fishing or something. When was it? Yeah, it was Friday afternoon. You ever just get in yourself one of those situations where you hate to even admit that you've done something look in hindsight, it was just kind of stupid, maybe. Not saying that I'm stupid. I'm saying I might have made a mistake. Well, I think most everybody knows my wife, Angie Ray. We've been married for, if my calculation is right, it's going to be about 30 of them this year. That's a heap. Anyway, she called me, and I think she was polite, and she pointed out that I hadn't replaced those batteries in that golf cart that she got a few years ago, and I've been meaning to do it. I hadn't gotten around to it. So I called my buddy up in Philadelphia, old David Coates, and I said, Coates, what do I need to buy? And Coates made the comment to me that, well, you got a 36 volt. This is what you need to do. Let me send you a picture. So I took my picture and I went and bought them batteries. I come back and I whooped them in there for her. And Angie got on it, and it didn't work. You know how you get that look? I got the look once again that I didn't know what I was doing. Well, I studied the situation, and it looked right. I even went as far as to get in my truck and go down to my neighbor's house and look at their golf cart to make sure that I knew what I was doing. And lo and behold, I done it right. Theirs matched mine. So I got to searching, and it said that there's some type of reset button. Anybody done that on a golf cart before, had to reset it? Yeah, I hadn't found that yet. They claim that it's up there by the wire. It ain't. I ain't seen it. So I called two or three people, and they said no, they didn't know what was wrong. So I walked back over to my truck to take those batteries back, the core, to get my money back, and I got to looking down at that, and it said 48 volts on those old ones. I bought 36. That would be my whole problem. And boy, that burning feeling of it, you just got off with when you realize what you've done, and that's how my weekend went. And I made that huge mistake. That was a bad one, and it's called not paying attention. At the end of the day, you can say what you want, but that's what that was. Good morning. Maybe your weekend went a little bit better than mine on doing something like that. Well, today, let's take a look at our forecast. It's brought to you by MEPA, your Touchstone Energy Cooperative. As we go to radar this morning, it looks great. We have absolutely no rain. What's going to happen today? We're going to get a high of about 87 is going to be our warm temperature. We'll dip down to about 62 tonight. Tomorrow, more of the same. Sunshine, 87. Now, that's when our rain chance moves in, is tomorrow night. It'll happen before 1 a.m. in the wee hours of the morning there. It's going to get to about a 30% chance of showers and be gone by the time daybreak happens. So don't be expecting a flood or anything like that, because that's not going to happen. So it's going to be some light showers there. And then we're back to sunshine on Wednesday once again. Coming up, we'll take a complete look at that forecast to find out just how serious it's going to get there with all the rain and all. Well, again, I hope you did enjoy yourself this weekend and got a little bit done. They just seem to fly by, don't they? Most businesses now are starting to get back at it and come in, and everybody have to go back and be in the office. We're really close to that. Not everybody. I think there's been some tiered with a few people there, but it's just about to that point to where everybody is going to be back in that building once again. So if you're still at home, enjoy it while you can. Well, as we go to some news stories this morning, you hate to see this happen, but it's been happening probably now for about 10 years. Newspapers are slowly just kind of fading off into the sunset, where, years ago, especially back into the late 1800s, around 1900, they were probably the most powerful thing out there. But as we look at this up at the Mississippi Delta, a 104-year-old newspaper is shutting down. Of course, citing they just can't afford it anymore. Newspapers are going to be a way of the past. A lot of communications are changing. Over the last 15 years, y'all know that since 2000, things have really changed. And, well, that's one of them that is going to the wayside. Mississippi State's quarterback transfers. Thompson transfers to Virginia, and he'll be able to play there 2 years as a graduate transfer with eligibility immediately. So he's leaving state. We'll see what happens there. The Mississippi Coast casinos are going to be able to open not too awful long by Memorial Day. So if you've been dying to go back to pull that handle, they'll be there before long. It looks like Memorial Day toward the end of the month, so not that long off. Luke Bryan's Florida Cigar Bar is under fire because it reopened to the public on Friday despite the governor's ordering restaurants to wait until Monday. So a little bit of hot water there. They took down the pictures that was showing all that went on. Luke Bryan's Cigar Bar. Never been there myself. And this guy, Eminem, an intruder got past the security guards. I think he lives in one of those gated communities, got in somehow or another, broke into his house. He ends up holding him till the cops get there, but he wasn't there to steal anything. He just wanted to meet the guy face to face. So if you're, I couldn't tell you one song that he sings, but I know who he is in that movie that he was in. Big star though, but no one was hurt in that altercation. This is kind of scary. Hornets. Are y'all familiar with all this? Hornets from Asia are now found in the United States, and they're deadly. They measure up to 2 inches, and they've been found in Washington State. So if they're there, they can easily get to other places in the United States. So beware of the deadly hornets. Oklahoma had to amend their coronavirus mask order. They had it to where you had, just much like Philadelphia, Mississippi, to where you have to wear it if you go inside a business. Well, after all the threats, some people told them they was going to whoop a few people in businesses, and I think even one person had a gun pulled on them. They backed off of that, and they've taken that back and said you can wear it if you'd like. Getting serious up there. I didn't know Oklahoma City was that tough. As we go, now this one really gets under my crawl here. I don't know if this bothers y'all like it does me, but the thin blue line. And of course, this is police officers who have lost their lives. That's what that stands for. But the San Francisco PD is now not allowed to wear it. They were told not to do it. Even one of the board of supervisors told them that it looked like something that would fall below the Mason-Dixon line. And if I'm looking around, that'd be us. Now, that's a picture of what they were wearing, the American flag. What is wrong with that? So San Francisco, it really, what has happened to America being ashamed of who we are? The American flag. I mean, come on, people. This has got to stop at some point. Hopefully you believe in and I feel like you do, that most of the people that listen to me are God-fearing, American flag waving folks. And that's just, there's no excuse for that, San Francisco. I know I'm not sure if our police department wears them or not, but it's a good thing. Pass that on. Let the guys wear those. In other news, and this one, I'm not so hip on this. Missouri, they asked people, did you see those news conferences? If you see your neighbor doing this, turn them in. I don't know if they gave them anything or not, but urging Americans to turn on other Americans and turn them in, I don't like that, number one. But the 900 people that did do that, their name has now been released to the public, and they're scared. They're afraid that somebody's going to come whoop them. Maybe they could lose their job. A bunch of them turned in their employers for not doing things right, turned in their neighbors, didn't think they'd ever find out. But if you read the fine print and the message where they called, yes, this is made public to everybody. So those who turned others in are now having to deal with being a snitch. Boy. Anyway, that's enough on that. Outrage also in New York. I'm not a member of this TikTok thing. I think that goes back to China or somewhere else where this thing is made. But a lady that's a landlord in New York did this for the people that are not paying their rent. She's stealing their packages and holding them ransom until they make their rent. Now, as you can see, there's some post there that says that she ought not be doing it. The packages could be for their children. Who knows? But she has no right to do that. And that's probably illegal. Millions have seen this post on this TikTok thing by now, and that's just wrong. So she'll probably get in more trouble for doing this than just waiting it out till the people could afford. The picture that you're seeing on your screen has become too much of a familiar scene this year. This is the worst tornado season that we've had since 2011, and you have to take these things serious. And that's where Patrick Allen Storm Ready Shelters comes in. If you're hearing this and these tornadoes have scared you, you don't have a place to stay, it is time now to take that next step and get you a tornado shelter. Now, they're above ground. If you're wanting it put inside your home, this is an example of that. You can build around it, put it inside a closet, never even know it's there. Now, if your home is already built, don't worry about that. They can handle that as well. They'll bring it out, as you see here on the trailer, lift it off, and these will go anywhere from 6 people to 13 people, however you want to do this. They'll come out and install it. They're screwing it to the concrete. They're bolting it down, I think is a better word for that. They do that, and this can be done quickly, a lot quicker than you imagine. This is one being installed in a carport there. Talk to Patrick Allen. Give him a call at 601-693-9647. As I said, there's many to choose from. The sizes start at 6 and go up to 13 people, and prices range. They start at $5,000. The average one that everybody buys is about $6,500. See, you can set up an appointment, go out today, take a look around, and see if you like it. Here's one on a carport. That looks good there. And this is one that was put on the outside that they didn't have room on their carport. A concrete pad was poured, bolted in, boom, it's there. You can even go back and add a covered walkway to that so you wouldn't get wet when these storms come up. So many different ways that you can handle it. See him, this is inside. Now, this is where you go in. It's got these 2 fold downs where you can sit. You can even have bunk bed, pull down bunk beds put in. However you want to do it, depending on if you want to stay there all night. The main thing is the safety of your family, because we are what you would call Tornado Alley. We always have one coming near us. See them today. That's Patrick Allen. They're out located on Highway 145 South, just outside Meridian. Call them at 601-693-9647. Financing is available. Go by and see them. They'll really help you out. Again, that's Patrick Allen, Storm Ready Shelters here in Meridian. And our next topic that we go to is about the coronavirus, as it is still steadily climbing in the state of Mississippi. As we go and look at our numbers, now this will change. I've said this every morning, but this will change later this morning, 11 o'clock, somewhere along in there, 10, 11. Right now, 7,500 cases, 75,550 is what we have in the state of Mississippi, with 303 deaths. That's a lot of people. Lauderdale County is still leading as we go here and take a look at Lauderdale. 380 total cases, 26 deaths. We travel up northward in the state there to Monroe County. They've got 16 cases. And then we go back down here toward the coast, Pearl River. They've got 20 deaths and 177 cases. So Lauderdale County, by far, the most deaths and the most cases that is going on right now. As we go back a little bit closer here, we look at Kemper County, 76 cases, 3 deaths. Noxubee County, 79 cases and 1 death. Neshoba County has been steadily on the climb here. 214 cases and 4 deaths, rather. Down to Clark, they have 61 cases and 3 deaths. That's an overview of what's happening with the coronavirus as of right now. We'll keep you up to date on all that as it progresses and put out the new numbers in a little while. I want to thank our sponsors that make our weather possible every day. Hooper's on 22nd Avenue. Thanks to Alan and the gang there. Rick Justice Automotive on North Frontage Road, along with Piggly Wiggly of Collinsville. And, of course, Patrick Allen, Storm Ready Shelters, along with Graphics Guru. They're located on B Street. If you need a sign, a banner done, something for a senior, or a picture blown up and put on the wall, they'll do that for you. Along with EMEPA and the good folks at SMI Automotive. See Joe and the gang. They can do anything that your truck, give it that special feature that it needs to change it up, make it personal for you, even down to tires and things of that nature. See Joe for all your accessories on those vehicles. As we look at our extended forecast, our forecast looks great today. 87. We're going to be in the 80s most of the week, 79 on Wednesday after that little bit of rain on Wednesday night. Another chance for rain on Friday night, but we're going to remain with sunshine and 80s for the most part. Some slight chances, but most of all, we're going to have sunshine and nice weather. Again, let me thank you for spending part of your morning with me. It means a lot to me. If you wouldn't mind, share my page, invite your friends up in that right-hand corner there to come join so they'll know when bad weather approaches and be informed of what's going on. Again, thanks for spending part of your day with me here at Scotty Ray's Morning Weather.